Hi, I'm John Su and welcome to today's video about how do you calculate an offer price. And I thought the simplest way to do it is actually do one live and actually analyze the comparables and share with you my perspective on how I help my clients calculate offer prices. So we're just going to assume this property, it's listed at 525 and I've pulled up some solds within the last 3 months to see what's sold that's very similar to this property. So we'll just say the comparables are very similar to my subject property of 525. So there's one that sold at 485, one sold at 505, one sold at 515, one sold at 520, one sold at 540. So the first thing that I noticed about these numbers is 485 is really low and 540 is really high. So automatically, when I see something that has sold at a much lower price than everything else, I always look at the active days on market, like how many days did it take to sell. Anytime a property sells in under 30 days, it was priced to sell. So when it's priced to sell, it is not an accurate reflection of what market value is. So I wouldn't even use that number. I would get rid of it. Then 540 here, there's a big difference in the sales price between the other ones. Often when something sells for a high price, there's a reason why it's sold. And usually sometimes it's a buyer who really liked the house and was on a time crunch, so they paid higher for it. There's always a reason for why they paid more for this property. What I do is I also discard this as a comparable because there was a specific reason that increased the value for that buyer that they're willing to pay more. So this is not an accurate reflection of market value. So I'll cross that off. So what I did do is I took these three, 505, 515, and 520, I added them up and divided by 3, and I established an average value, which is 513,000. So that's like the middle point of what I call market value range. And every realtor calculates it different, but how I've established it is there's always a range of values because there's no exact number of who's right and who's wrong. It's a moving scale, different situations will affect the value. But what I did is I minus 5% of 513 to create a bottom floor number. So this is the low end of market value for this property, 487. And then to extend for other situations, to increase the market value by 5%, which will put it at 538. So 487 to 538 is the market value range for this property. 513 is the average. So typically what happens is this. If you end up in this range, that kind of tells you how well you did. So if you end up in between 487 and 513, you paid below, on the lower end of market value. If you ended up between 513 and 538, you ended up paying up on the higher end of market value. It doesn't matter. As long as it's within the market value range, you're okay. So everyone always asks me, what's a good deal? How do I know I'm getting a good deal? So for average price real estate in whatever city you're in, often when you get 5% or more off the market value of the property, so say you got lower than 487, you got a pretty good deal. You know what? You should be pretty happy with that. If you get a bigger discount, say 10% below the average market value, you got a really good deal. And I've been selling real estate for many years, if you get 15% or more below this price, you've got a stolen good deal. It's like really good. Get on top of that because you've made a lot of money and it doesn't happen often. It does happen, but usually those deals are private deals done not on MLS. And if they are on MLS, they'll sell so quickly and probably get bidded up over that if it's listed 15% below market value, because any realtor will look at that and they'll jump on it right away. There'll be multiple offers, the price will get bid up. So that's what a lot of people don't realize is when you're an investor trying to buy a property that's on MLS and it's been priced really low to get multiple offers, you typically will lose out. Why? It's because homeowners can afford to pay more for the property than an investor. And because an investor, it's all about the numbers. For the homeowner, you know what, they're happy with the 5 or 10%. But when you're doing a flip or something like that, it's all about the numbers. You have to build in your sweat equity buying at least 15% below market value, or else there's no money to be made. Thank you for watching this video.